Okay, so I arrived a little bit later to when the rally actually started, and I was actually here with my children. They came with their bicycles, and I actually saw the police intimidating some people on the walkway earlier already, and that already showed me that they had an agenda of their own. So I wanted to get to the group as fast as I could so that I could actually tell some of the organizers, look guys, something's definitely up here. The guys they're out for different reasons today. So I arrived and I was standing on the side of the group on the walkway, and I was watching the group, and I was watching, there was a lot of police presence on the furthest side of the group, and they started moving in on the furthest end, and they started moving around the group without the people actually even noticing. And everything was very calm, very placid. The people were listening to people speaking, they were just talking, interacting with one another, and all of a sudden there was just this huge commotion happening. The police actually started pushing people around. They started hitting people with the batons and pushing them with the actual shields. You could see someone actually, one of the police officers, they were hitting one of the guys that was actually holding his little boy. And I lost my cool completely. I became very hysterical, which I shouldn't have done because my kids became very hysterical as well. I was just at that stage focusing on my kids and trying to calm my kids down. It escalated terribly. Some of the people tried to get involved to try and protect the children and to try and protect some of the people. There was an elderly man also that was attacked. He was walking around with a walking stick, and you could see how he was trying to shy away from being attacked. It was carnage. I think the people were caught so surprisingly that they didn't really even know what was happening. They didn't know how to respond. There were a lot of people screaming. People were screaming, saying, "There's children, just please, there's kids involved, what are you doing?" At that stage, I was trying to get my kids even further away because my daughter was hysterical. My son was a lot calmer. My daughter's 9 and my son's 8 years old. My son was a lot calmer, but he was very angry, wanted to attack the police actually. And then they moved around as well towards the walkway, towards the ocean side, and that's when they were having the shields up, and they were talking about the water cannon, and you can hear that it was obviously a very sensitive point for them because the previous week their water cannon didn't work, and there was a video that was actually made about that. So this was obviously a very sensitive point for them, and they carried on over the loudspeaker saying, "We are the friendly police and we are here to support you." But while they were saying that, they were still antagonizing the people, and they were pushing the people and hitting the people with the batons. So what they were saying and what they were doing were two completely different things. The people were not antagonizing the police in any way. The people were not misbehaving. They were not intimidating the cops. They were not trying to be violent or anything like that. Our group of people were very small. It was not a big group of people at all. The police presence was larger than the actual group of people that were here. And then afterwards we started walking along the road, we started walking back, and thankfully my daughter actually said no, she wants to go back, she wants to go home, because I thought I'd walk down and actually take them for ice cream. And when we drove down the road and we drove around and we came back down the road, I actually saw the police coming together at the end of the road where the ice cream stalls and everything is. And I still turned around and I said to my kids, these cops aren't done. They're actually getting together here. They are waiting for the protesters to walk back now. And later on in the day, I saw that there were actually videos of where they were arresting 2 other people and where they were carrying on with the protesters again. So they definitely they were on a mission. They had something that they were working towards. They were instructed to do something specific. You could see it in their demeanor when I arrived, and I wasn't a part of the group. You could see it in their demeanor when I actually arrived at the group and I was standing on the outskirts. I wasn't inside the group. And you could see it in their demeanor afterwards when they were actually getting together at the ice cream side. It's very sad what actually happened, but the silver lining, as I always say, is that it has really brought people a lot more closer, and it's gotten people to become more vigilant, and also for people to understand that when we do have gatherings, because this is now gatherings, it's not rallies and protests. When we have gatherings, we do so with knowing what to expect and to never react in any way. So should we ever be in a position where something like that will happen again, we will immediately sit down. We will immediately not respond. We will not play their game to the extent where they can ever do anything like that to us again. So we want to thank them for that. So thank you for putting us in that position. It's terribly sad that people had to get hurt, and we will support those people 100%. But like today, I engaged with the police 100%. I spoke to them, I was very friendly, and we negotiated. We asked them, what are your concerns and what can we do to make sure that you guys are happy today? And we got it resolved, and we are still here. We're having a great time. Everyone is very happy, and there's absolutely no problem. The cops have actually left. I think there's 2 cop vans left. So I think we've beat them.